Good to finally meet you.
Hi, great to meet you as well, Melvin.
Yeah. Here.
Yeah, welcome to SPH Lippo Village. Great to...
It's a pleasure to be back. And yeah, now that I'm a father and having my first daughter, I'm also looking forward to sending her to SPH one day.
Yeah.
So we'd love to catch up with you and get to know more about SPH today.
For sure. We both have history in SPH Sentul City.
Yes.
And yeah, would love to chat a little. Ibu Eileen is here. Let's go chat,
Awesome.
see what kind of questions you have.
Cool. Let's do that. Hey, Eileen.
Hey, hi.
Pleasure to meet you again.
Nice to meet you. Please have a sit.
Cool. I mean, I told Mr. Matt that I'm a father now, and I have a daughter. So, one day I might be sending my daughter to SPH. So would love to catch up and see, how is SPH today and what has changed, over the past 7 years since I graduated, and what have not changed, Eileen.
So the things that doesn't change is the vision and mission. Before you came as a student, and now you are a father. So you see things from a different perspective. And the vision is true knowledge, faith in Christ, and godly character. I think what it means by true knowledge, that means it's knowledge that is found in the truth. And all academic knowledge should lead into seeing that there is a creator. In all things that they find later on or they learn, they see that there is a creator, and that is very important foundation. The next thing is faith in Christ. We do proclaim the preeminence of Christ with the hope that people will understand who Christ is. With the grace of God, we hope that eventually they will come and embrace the faith. And lastly is the godly character. Godly character is very important. All parents want their children to have good character, but there is a difference between good character and godly character. Good character is formed by the external factor, family, society, friends, which is very important in building habits in the family. It's very, very important. But I think what is more important is the character that comes from their heart, knowing that their life is accountable to God. Therefore, we want to glorify Him by having a personal relationship that eventually bear fruit.
Well, I mean, SPH is a school that's constantly adapting. Ibu Eileen has talked about our vision and mission being very stable, which is essential. I mean, that's what attracted me from Canada to move here, is I wanted to be in a school that would have this kind of vision for children. But a good school has to change. A good school cannot stay the way it always was. It has to be open to new ways and new adaptations, and certainly the season we're in now is precipitating very rapid change. And we've adapted extremely quickly. I've been really delighted by what our teachers are doing this year in the way of figuring out how to take the best of education that we had before and make it still a reality for children, even though we can't be face-to-face with them. So I would say this is probably a season of the fastest change that you will ever see in SPH, because just by necessity. And so although it's a hard season and we don't welcome it, in a real sense, when this is all over and we're back to normal, whatever that looks like, it will be way better than what it was before. And in terms of what we provide to students, the academic strength, the tools that we can use, the way that we think about learning itself. So honestly, I'm actually really excited and optimistic about it.
Yeah, awesome. Look, I think academic and learning is absolutely important. But I think with regards to maybe social life or character development, I think it's also essential, and when I see my daughter, right? And I think the core value that we have at SPH is absolutely, relevant to building the character of a daughter, a son, right? And so maybe you want to share a little bit on the, social life and the character development here at SPH today?
Well, I can, because now my family has been through two schools, Sentul, where you studied, and now also Lippo Village. And in both cases, as a father, I've just been so thankful for how my children have very quickly integrated into a very different culture from where I come from.
Right.
And they realize that SPH is a very beautiful mix of very different kinds of people, all sorts of backgrounds. Yeah. And they learn that they can be good friends they can care for and love and study with people who actually originally don't have a whole lot in common. And so that's just been a really joyful experience for us as a family. As a dad, like you, we don't just want our kids to be smart. We don't want them just to fill their brains with information and have them be able to, work and have the, skills, just skills. Obviously, we need those, and that's very foundational to a good school. But we think in terms of flourishing or thriving. We think in terms of a garden that is diverse, beautiful, productive, and fruitful. And that means not just their minds, but also their relationships, their character, their work ethic, their ability to get along with people, their ability to care for other people. And so all of our team, all of our teachers are focused on who the person is, who the child is, what their weaknesses are, what their strengths are, because we have a vision for them to leave us eventually strong, skilled, ready, and going forth into big adventures, some of them coming back and doing exciting things in Indonesia, as you have done. You've left and come back, and we're just excited about those stories.
Bu Aileen, anything to add?
The way you see your child, or the way a teacher sees a student, will lead to how they educate them, including character building. So as a Christian school, we believe that everyone is created with the image of God, but yet we're all sinful. Right? We're born with the nature of sinful. So those two things, I guess, lead to how we then develop the child in school or at home. So recognizing that they are sinful, yet they are created with the image of God, and which means they have a lot of potential. Then you want to develop the potential, but you want to give the boundaries. Make sure that the potential that they develop is not just for the sake of fulfilling what they want to be. It's to fulfill what is the purpose of God in each of them. So whatever they do, the way they do, or whatever they do eventually, hopefully will be a blessing to people and glorifying God.
Yeah, you mentioned a very important point, which is timing, Bu. And so now that I have a daughter, right, Mr. Matt, and starting to think about timeline, when is the best timing for me as a father or as a parent to send my daughter to SPH?
We lay foundations for children. We start in some of our schools even before they're age 3. Because we want them to be, even though we're not necessarily teaching, printing and math and spelling at that age, we want them to be able to play. We want them to get along with other children. We want them to learn rules, to learn to obey a teacher and have discipline in their lives. So the foundations are being laid here in a way that prepares them for the next level. Everything is integrated so that ultimately, by the time they reach grade 11 and 12, our diploma program, there's been a journey that's been intentional, where academic leaders have prepared steps of growth for them along the way. Now, we admit students all the way through, and oftentimes our students come well prepared, but they don't always come as well prepared. And so then, we love to admit as many children as we can, but certainly in terms of English preparation, in terms of having the capacity to work hard, because this is a challenging program. The longer or the older children get, the harder it is. So we love for them to come early and stay with us, all the way through to the end of grade 12.
Well, I'm very thankful that almost 50% of our recent graduates were offered scholarship worth of $4.5 million for 4 years of study. And I see that this come about because of the work of the counselors in each of the campus, and combining with the students who wants to learn and to pursue their further education. Hey, hi Melissa.
Hi, Riley.
How are you? And you're Melissa's husband, Jamie?
Yes.
Yes, how are you? Nice to see you. I happen to be chatting with an alumni. His name is Melvin, and he graduated from Sentul. So maybe you can help me explain some of your experience in SPH Kemang. Let me introduce you, and I also have Mr. Matt here.
Hi, Mr. Matt.
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
There you go. And that's Melvin.
Jamie, it's Melvin here.
Oh, hi, Melvin. Nice to meet you.
Hey, it's great to be in touch. So yeah, I'm as Ibu Eileen mentioned, I'm an SPH alumni. So would love to learn more from you, Jamie and Melissa, on what's the experience like of becoming an SPH parent, and maybe we could start from your reason of sending your kids to SPH.
Well, first of all, we as parents, we're both looking for a Christian school that offers the highest quality education in a holistic approach. And we truly believe in SPH's vision of true knowledge, faith in Christ, and godly character, because we want our son to get an education experience with a strong Christian foundation. We want Ben to learn about the truth and faith in Christ, not only at home, but also in school, as school is, the second home. He spends most of his days there, so that he can develop his godly characters stronger, and so he can grow up to fulfill his God-given potentials. And so that is really the main reason why we chose SPH as a school for our son.
Right, absolutely, and I totally agree. I think it goes back to the SPH core values, and so maybe you want to share also a little bit on parents' involvement in the SPH community, right? So, what is kind of the role as parents in the SPH society, Melissa, Jamie?
Okay. Oh, well, I'll let Jimmy explain this, because actually currently he holds the role as a co-CPR, which is a class parent representative for
nice.
2 years that Ben has been in school. So he can speak more about that.
Yeah, it's good to share us as a parents, because we all know that it is very important to fully investing ourselves
Absolutely.
in the growth and the development process of our children. Not only at home, but also in classroom and in school.
Yeah.
That is why I'm very encouraged when I learned that SPH shares that same value.
Okay.
That parents are very much welcome to get involved and to take an active role as the main partner of the teachers and the school, where I actually represent all my fellow parents to work closely and directly with the teachers,
Right.
As an equal partner in SPH, so that help ensuring that all of our children will obtain that holistic education experience in SPH.
Maybe one last question. We all know currently, we're in the situation where the current health climate is not pretty much ideal, and it might affect, the education and the learning experience, right? So maybe Ben, you can share some few words on, how has the learning experience become now?
I love my school. I love my teachers and my friends.
So cute.
But I hope once COVID-19 is over, I will meet all of them again in SPH.
Home learning, obviously.
For sure.
It's not the natural environment for kids to learn, right? They need their social environment and all that, and it's kind of limited right now. But I think SPH has truly explored all of the options there are many home learning styles and online teaching, and I'm very happy with the approach that they have taken today and during this new school year. And I feel also, I am happy that the fact that they are home learning, and I am even more actively involved with what he is learning, and I really guide him, with things that he doesn't understand. So yes, despite that, the situation is not ideal, as he says, he misses his friends, and he misses playtime and recess. But we have to make do with the current situation, right? And I think SPH's approach has been very, very good.
Right. So thank you very much, Jamie and Melissa, for the time. It's a pleasure. I'm super anxious as well for my first daughter, but super excited as well to picking the best school for her in the years to come. Right. So really appreciate your time, Jamie, Melissa, and Ben. Hope to see you in person soon.
Absolutely. Thanks,
Thank you.
Melvin.
Thank you, my
Nice
bye.
to meet you.
Speak soon. Bye, Melissa.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, so it's, I mean, as you know, right, I started my education at SPH since grade 1, which I think was the earliest. And so I think my parents shared that view when they sent me to SPH. And so now that I'm an alumni, going through the 12 years of SPH education since the very beginning, I really feel the difference, right? Because one, I kind of am in the right or the SPH values since grade 1. And as I grow up to, MYP or grade 7 to IB in grade 11 and 12, I have embraced that value to the fullest when I graduate, right? And so I'm ready and kind of prepared for the world. And I feel like, at the front line, it's our teachers, right? Because they are the ones who essentially enforce the core values on a day-to-day basis. So, given the times of COVID, right, would love to, understand a little bit better in terms of the teachers recruitment, Mr. Matt, on how do you select teachers today, especially when, teachers at SPH come from all over the world. And COVID might be one of the challenges when it comes to teachers recruitment and training.
And I think those are two concepts that are equally important for us. The one is recruitment and the other is training. And so, and I certainly agree that that's essential, because the real mark of an excellent school like this one, and what parents are most interested in, is who's teaching. Who? Sure, you can have a beautiful facility, you can have a great curriculum, but who are the people, and do they love children? Do they get along? Do they work hard to invest in children's lives? So those are the people that we're searching for. And honestly, it's not easy. We work very hard. We invest a lot of money. We have quite a team, in fact, that is searching for teachers all over the world. We have teachers who come from many, many, many countries. And this year we hired 25. We were able to get, by the grace of God, work visas for all of them. They've all arrived. Even in the midst of a pandemic, we've been able... They all came. Yes, they're all here. We have a full teaching team, even with all of this health trouble around the world. So, and that's partly that the people who come here are mission driven. They read about SPH or they hear the story about it, like me. I heard about it and there was something magnetic about the story. We wanted to come as a family and to be a part of something exciting in such a beautiful country too. And certainly Indonesia is part of the draw. People love Indonesia. It has mystique, if you're coming from overseas. And so we have many expats in all of our schools. And the second piece of what you said is about training. Because no teacher is ever complete. We're all learning, we're all developing. And in SPH, what we're looking for is constant improvement for all of our teachers, whether they're 23 years old or 53 years old. And so there's a professional growth journey that they're on, and it has to do with the skill of teaching, and it also has to do with learning what it means to be a Christian teacher. And both of those are learned, so we invest a lot in that.
Well, as a teacher, I really did feel that it was important to get back to Indonesia. Even though we're at home, we're doing the online learning. As far as connecting with students, it was a challenge because you feel so far away. You're not in the same time zone. That's probably the biggest practical challenge, being 13 or 14 hours different. Yeah, and I think one of the commitments that we make as SPH teachers is to deliver the absolute best education for SPH children as we can. And so I think a huge part of that is being in country, on location, and being able to have all the resources that we have here at SPH in order to deliver that education to SPH children as well as we can.
It's another beautiful day and we just finished homeroom. We are doing home learning, but we are looking forward to the day when we will be back together on this beautiful campus, face to face, seeing our students' beautiful faces.
Hello, SPH.
Thank you for welcoming us.
It's so wonderful to be back.
I'm so glad to be.
I'm so glad.
I'm very happy to
be in
Indonesia.
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 Here in Indonesia.
In Jakarta.
But we were very happy to get back here to Sentul.
And I'm really excited for this year.
See you soon.
Thank you for having the introspect, to know more about SPH.
Absolutely. It's good to be back, Boy Lee.
Come back to us anytime. Pick up the phone and call us.
Yeah.
If you have other questions once you leave this place.
Yeah.
Or if you hear anything that you want to clarify, feel free to always give us a call.
Thank you very much. I will need to go now because I'm going to take my wife and daughter to tour the campus, and hopefully one day, she'll be a student here at SPH. Absolutely, absolutely, for memories. Yeah. Thank you, Boy Lee. Thank you, Mr. Matt. Bye bye.